Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the 1969 National League Pennant Chase with Inside Pitch. We are now up to September 21st for that set of games, and through September the 20th, those are the standings. Chicago holding a slim one-game lead over the Mets due to 2 extra wins. Giants holding a 2.5 game lead on Cincinnati, 3.5 on LA, and 5.5 on Atlanta. So today's game, September the 21st, we'll look at the ticker, and we notice that the Pirates are playing the Mets in a doubleheader, and we're going to play the first game of that doubleheader, and then the ticker will take care of the second half. Then the Cubs have an important game against the Cardinals. Los Angeles an important game against San Francisco. Cincinnati will play in Houston, and Atlanta will play in San Diego. But right now, our focus is on Shea Stadium. New York Mets hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates. Starting pitchers for today's game, Jerry Koosman for the Mets and Doc Ellis for the Pirates. Let's look at the starting lineups as they appeared in 1969 on this date. And we have Matty Alou in center, Dave Cash getting rookie Dave Cash. I mean, he only had 61 at-bats in 18 games, so he was definitely a September call-up in 1969, but he gets to start at second base today. Willie Stargell's in left, Roberto Clemente's in right, Jose Pagan's at third, Manny Sanguillen's catching, Bob Robertson at first, Freddie Patek at short, and Doc Ellis on the mound. And out of all these players, only 2 left-handers, Alou and Stargell. Everybody else is either right-handed or a switch hitter. For the Mets, Tommy Agee in center, Wayne Garrett at third, Art Shamsky in left, Ken Boswell at second, Ed Crane pulled at first, Ron Swoboda in right, Duffy Dyer catching, Bud Harrelson at short, and Jerry Koosman on the mound. Okay, looks like everything is in place. I'm recording this roughly at around 4 or so on Wednesday before the second batch of ice storm is set to hit our area in central Virginia. We've already booked a motel for tomorrow night through Saturday night, just in case the power goes out again, because last time it went out, it took 3 days to get it back. And I don't like being in a 40-degree house. So prior planning prevents problems in the future, I guess you want to say. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm taking the opportunity now to get a game in. And I've already played another game prior to this one that has not yet been uploaded, so I do have time to upload some videos. By the time you see this, it may be the weekend. Who knows? But right now, it's Matty Alou facing Jerry Koosman on the season 69. Koosman was 17-9 with a 2.28 ERA. Real game, in the real life, the Mets won this game 5-3. They do need to win to try to keep pace with the Cubs. They do get to pick up at least a half game on the Cubs because they got a doubleheader. And if they win both games against Pittsburgh and the Cubs lose to the Cardinals, then the Mets will take over first place. That's a lot of ifs. So here we go. Using the black die today for the Pirates. 5-1. Strikeout chance 11. It's way too high for that, so Alou gets to swing. 5-1 again. Fly to left. 1 down. So let me do before I sit down. Yep, everything looks like it's okay. A little bit of shading on the dice tray, I think, because of the lamp. But I think the lighting is sufficient. All right, so here's that young Dave Cash. Going to have some good years with the Pirates and some really good years with the Phillies, and then eventually Montreal. Koosman, 3-6 strikeout chance. That's a 5. He got him. So Cash strikes out. Out number 2, and here's Wilbur Stargell. Lefty on lefty from Koosman. 1-3 is a home run question mark against the lefties. It's 1-5. That fails. Good thing, because that was an automatic home run, but the 7 falls out of that range. Had he been a right-handed hitter, it would have been gone. But Stargell does get to swing. 6-2, and it's a star 5 fly to center to end the inning. So Stargell got into one, but not quite enough. Tommy Agee puts it away, and the inning is over. After half an inning of play here at Shea Stadium, it's the Pirates nothing, the Mets coming to bat. And Doc Ellis, who we hope is not under the influence of any substance when he's pitching this game, was 11-17 with a 3.58 ERA on the season in 1969. Tommy Agee will lead things off. 3-1, possible error on a ground ball. And that's a 1-5. That's a fly to left, so no error there to worry about. 1 down, that brings up Wayne Garrett, third baseman. 4-5 is a walk plus, so 1 out walk to Wayne Garrett. Garrett has an attempt of 1, +1 from Doc, makes it a 2. And nothing's happening. Infield will be at double play depth for Art Shamsky. Ellis, 5-5 is another potential walk. 19's too high for that. Go to Shamsky, 4-4, ground ball to second, could be the double play. He's a 2, no change there. The pivot is a shortstop Patek, though. He is a -1, so that's going to be only a 1 to factor. I'm sorry, only a 2 because you get 1 for being halfway, makes it a 3. -1 from Patek brings it down to a 2. 1 to 2, it's a double play. Can't get it, 4, and 4 is higher than Wayne Garrett's run rating, so it will be a 4-6 fielder's choice, with Shamsky being the new runner. He's going to attempt a 1 also, and that is a 1. So Shamsky's going to have a chance to steal. Let's see if he really wants to do it or not. He's only a 7. -2 there makes him a 5, and Sanguine's a -1 makes him a 4. So Shamsky's going to think better of it. He is not going to steal, and that'll bring up Ken Boswell. Ellis, 5-4 is a blank. We go to Boswell. 1-1, single to left field. So Boswell with a 2-out single. Shamsky to get from first to third. You lose 2 on the base running rating. Shamsky is a 2, it drops him to a 0, but there are 2 outs, that makes him a 1. And then the left fielder Stargell was a 0. So it'll be a 1 to try to get there. 1, he gets there. 2 through 5, he holds. 6, somebody's out. To 3, he's got to hold. So he holds at second base to Shamsky. First and second with 2 down for Ed Kranepool. Roll a strategy roll, nothing happening. Ellis to Kranepool, 6-5 strikeout chance, 17 is too much. Kranepool gets the swing. 2-1, he's going to ground to second, and Cash is right there on the money. Makes the play. And we go to the second inning with no score as the Mets threaten but don't get anything across. And Roberto Clemente gets to lead off for the Pirates against Koosman. 1-2, possible error on a ground ball. Clemente, 6-6, he's going to single pass short. That's a 4. The error rating of the shortstop Harrelson is an 8, so that will be an error. So it'll be a single plus an error, and that will put Clemente at second base. So he reaches second base via the error, reaches first on the single, and reaches second base on the error by Harrelson. So he's aboard. Roll the strat roll for Koosman. No 20, so nothing's happening. Here's Jose Pagan. 5-3, and that's a double question mark against right-handers. 1 to 18 is an automatic out. That is an 11, so it will be an automatic out, and it will be a fly to left. That's 1 away. Runner has to hold at second base, and here's Manny Sanguine. Nothing on the strategy roll. Koosman, 3-2 is a blank. We go to Sanguine. 3-1, star 3, ground ball to third, could be a double play. He's a 3, +1 from Koosman is a 4. You add 1 because they're halfway, makes it a 5. And the pivot second baseman, where'd he go? Boswell's a 0. So basically anything other than a 6, and we got a double play. It's a double play. 5. I'm sorry, it's not a double play. The runner's on second. What was I thinking? I was thinking the guy was on first. I don't know why I was thinking that. But it is a ground ball to third base for out number 2, and you have to have a 6 to get from second to third when you ground to third, and Clemente is only a 4. So he will have to hold at second base. Sorry about that. I was thinking the runner was on first for some reason. Don't know why. But we got it resolved now. Clemente still at second base with 2 down. For Bob Robertson, nothing on the strategy roll. Koosman, 2-3, strikeout chance, and he got him. So after the single and an error, Koosman pitches around that, picks up his teammate Bud Harrelson, gets him off the hook, and we go to the bottom of the second, no score. And Ron Swoboda will make the leadoff attempt in this particular inning against Doc Ellis. 6-6 is a single if he's tired, but he's not tired. Swoboda 4-6, question mark 9 against a right-hander up to a 10's a hit. That's a 4, which falls into the single. So Ron Swoboda, a leadoff single. He has no attempt, so he will hold. We'll roll strategy for Doc Ellis. Nothing's happening on that. Could do a hit and run, but Duffy Dyer's got a 16 strikeout range, so we're not going to do that. He's going to stand pat. 4-6 is a walk chance. That's a 16. Too much for that. Go to Duffy Dyer. 4-1. Ground ball to third. Could be a double play. He's a 2. Halfway makes it a 3. The pivot cash is a 0. 1-3 is a double play. 6 runners are going to advance. So Duffy Dyer grounds it to third, but Swoboda makes it to second. Acts like a pseudo-sacrifice bunt. Runner it's in scoring position with 1 out for Bud Harrelson. Nothing on the strategy roll. Ellis to Harrelson. 4-5. That's a walk plus, and that will be a walk. That does set up the double play. And now you've got Jerry Koosman, the batter, a terrible batter at 0-48. Not that good of a bunter either. That's the problem. If he goes to bunt, he very likely could bunt into a double play. So they will let Koosman go ahead and swing away. 4-6 is another walk chance, but that's too high, so nothing's happening there. Koosman will swing 3-5, and he's going to strike out, which is probably better than having him hit into a double play. So if he hit a G4, it probably would have ended up being a double play. So striking out, not the worst thing in the world. You still got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and Tommy Agee. And with 2 outs, Swoboda will probably score on any hit. Nothing on the strat roll. Ellis to Agee, 4-2, strikeout chance, too high. No, I'll take it back. He's an 11, but the stadium adds 3, makes him a 14, so that 13 is good. And Agee, out on strikes to end the inning. So again, the Mets threaten, but don't get anything out of it. They left 4 runners on base in 2 innings, and the score is still knotted at zip to zip. But those left on bases can come back to haunt you. Here's Freddie Patek, shortstop, to lead it off. 6-4, blank on Koosman. Go to Patek. 4-6. He's going to single past Koosman. Lead off single for Patek. He's got an attempt of 3. And nothing's happening. We'll look at Doc Ellis and see what kind of bunter he is. He's a 3 bunter, so they're going to go ahead and try it. First, we'll do the pitch from Koosman. 6-2 is not a strikeout chance, so Ellis will get the bunt. He's a 3, becomes a 2 because they're playing corners in. 2 and an 8 is a good bunt. 4 is the first baseman, so it's a sacrifice hit that Cranepool just tags Ellis for 1 out, but the runner does move up to scoring position. So with 1 out, Patek is at second base, and Patek runs well, but base running rating of 4. And here's Matty Alou. Nothing on the strategy roll. Koosman, 1-3. Home run question mark against a lefty, 1-5, but that fails. Plus Matty Alou has a 0 against lefties anyway. But Alou gets to swing 5-6. Against a lefty, it's a ground ball to short, so they got that left-right split. Since he is a lefty, he doesn't hit as well against lefties, so that would have been a single against a right-handed pitcher, but against a lefty, it's a ground ball to short. Ground ball to short by Alou for 2 down. Now to get from second to third on that ground ball to short, the base runner, Patek, has to beat this D6 roll, and he does. So Patek, since he's a 4, he will sneak over to third base. So maybe not that big of a deal. There's 2 outs now, so being at third or being at second may not make that much of a difference. But if Koosman balks, that would be a big difference. That's a 20, so he's got a chance to balk. 1-2 is a balk, 3 is a pickoff, 4 is a pickoff error. 10, nothing's going on. All right, Koosman to Cash. 4-6 strikeout chance, and he got him. 8 plus the 3 is 11, so that 8 works. Cash, again, out on strikes. And this time it's Koosman that gets out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the third, still no score. And Wayne Garrett, third baseman, is going to lead off for the Mets. 4-6, that's a walk chance. 7 will definitely be a walk. He walked his first time. He's going to walk again. He's got an attempt of 1, plus 1 from Doc Ellis. Makes him a 2. Nothing happening. It's out of the hit and run range. And now that will bring up Art Shamsky. Infield is halfway. 3-2. 3-2 against the lefty is a blank. So Shamsky gets the swing. 4-6 is a fly to right field. 1 down. That brings up Ken Boswell, second baseman. 1. Let's see. Garrett was a 1. It was a 2 actually because of the +1 there. So he will get an opportunity if he wants to try to steal. He'll get the jump. 13 minus the 2 is an 11. -1 from Sanguian is a 10. So it's a 50-50 proposition. 1 to 10, they're going to go ahead and try it. 1 to 10, he'll steal it. And he's out. 19, he got caught stealing. So since there was nothing, they figured they had to try to get something going here, but Sanguian had other ideas, and he pegs it down to Patek for the out. So now there's 2 outs with the bases clear for Ken Boswell. 6-2. Wild, nothing's going on. 2-5. It's a hit by pitch chance, but that's a 20, so no hit by the pitch. Boswell gets the swing. 1-1, singles to left field. Boy, that caught stealing's big now. So Boswell has an attempt of 2, plus the 1 there is a 3. Nothing happening. Cranepool will get his chance. 3-2, strikeout chance for righty, but he's a lefty, so it's a blank. And then Cranepool gets a chance. 5-5, and against a right-hander, that's a split. That's a double to center field for Cranepool. So let's see if Boswell can score. There are 2 outs, so he does get that boost. He's a base running rating of 4. 2 outs gives him a 5 to score from first on a double to center field. You add 1, that gives him a 6. And I lose a -1, makes it a 5. So anything other than a 6, and he will score it on the black die. 5, he does make it, barely. But Boswell is in. He will score. And the Mets are on the board 1-0. Could have been more without that caught stealing. Could have been 2-0, but you got to take chances sometimes, I guess. All right, so Cranepool, RBI double. Mets lead it 1-0. Strategy roll for Ellis has nothing going on. Here's Swoboda. 1-3 ballpark. First time going to Shea Stadium for Ron Swoboda. 6-3. He's going to pop it up to Sanguian behind the plate to end the inning. But the Mets do get a run thanks to the double by Ed Cranepool. And at the end of 3, it is 1-0 Mets. And it's kind of unusual Cranepool's even playing first base because usually Clendenin gets most of those starts. But with the doubleheader, and I guess they figured we'll split time between Clendenin and Cranepool. All right, Stargell lead it off against Koosman. 2-1. I'm going right back to the ballpark, Shea Stadium. For Stargell, 6-3. We found it again. Another pop-up to the catcher. This time, Duffy Dyer puts it away. And the irony there is that Duffy Dyer would later go on to catch for the Pirates. Here's Roberto Clemente. 5-2. Strikeout chance. 18 is way too high for that. Roberto, 4-6. He's going to fly to right. That's 2 down. For Jose Pagan. 5-6. Strikeout chance. 10 got him. No, yeah, because it's a 7 versus a lefty, plus the 3 gives him a 10, and that is a 10. So make sure I was doing that correctly. The ballpark struck out Jose Pagan. That +3 factor did him in. All right, bottom of the 4th we go. It's still 1-0 Mets. Still anybody's game for sure. Duffy Dyer to lead off, 3-5. And that's a walk. I'm sorry, that's a strikeout chance. 13 got him. So Duffy Dyer is out on strikes. Here's Bud Harrelson. Ellis, 2-5, hit by the pitch, but not going to happen. Oop, the white die did not go through. I'm going to re-roll the whole thing. Suadice, like they call it. 6-3 is a star 5, and that is a ground ball to second. That term was coined by RJL 518, so I borrowed that. Koosman, the batter, 1-2. He is a right-handed batter, even though he throws left-handed. He's right-handed, which means he falls under the strikeout plus, so he is out of there. Plus, with a 32, he didn't need the plus anyway. He just needed any kind of strikeout, and he was gone. But it would have been a blank had he been a left-handed hitter. But for some reason, Koosman batted right-handed. So that's going to end the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. It'll be Sanguian leading off. 3-3 is a potential walk. 9 is way too high for that. Sanguian 3-1, star 3, ground ball to third. And for the second time in as many at bats, Sanguian grounds out to Wayne Garrett at third base. Bob Robertson, 6-2, blank. 2-6, ground ball to short, 2 down. Bob Robertson, more well known for the 71 series where he had a good World Series against the Orioles. Patek, 5-3 against Koosman is double question mark. He's a right-hander, 1-18 is an automatic out. That's a 1. It will be an automatic out, and it will be a fly to center to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. Another, what's new? Another nip and tuck game in the 69 replay. Cubs are definitely interested observers. Here's Doc Ellis to Agee. 2-1, strikeout chance. Agee is gone. 1 down, that brings up Wayne Garrett. 4-1, potential error on a throw. 5-5, fly to right. There is no throw to worry about. 2 down. 4, Art Shamsky. 6-6, he's not tired, so it won't be a single. Shamsky, 5-3, he's going to ground to second, and another 1-2-3 inning in the books. We go to the 6th, still 1-0. Favor of the Mets. That Ed Kranepool double has held up. Doc Ellis will be the leadoff batter this inning. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time, but he's a 088 hitter. So unless he gets something off the ballpark card, probably in bad shape. 6-5 strikeout, he's definitely in bad shape. 1 down. Top of the order for Matty Alou. 2-1, ballpark, we're going to Shea Stadium. 6-6, ground ball to third. So Shea Stadium has not been productive, like some of the ballparks are when you go to their card. Dave Cash, 5-3, double question mark. 1-16 is that, 1-18 is that out? That's a 15. So Cash will be out via a fly to right. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0 as we're zipping right along. Hope I just didn't jinx myself into a 14-inning, hour-and-a-half video now. Hope not. Here's Boswell, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 4-4 is a blank, so Boswell gets to hit. 3-4, and he's going to single again. He is 3 for 3. Ken Boswell out of that cleanup spot. Not much of a power hitter, but he's 3 for 3. Can't argue that. Boswell does have an attempt of 2, so he could get a jump here possibly with a 3. Nope, no strategy roll there, or nothing going on, I mean. Kranepool the batter. 4-3, that's a strikeout chance. 14 is too high for that. Kranepool gets to swing. 3-1, he pops it up to second. 1 down. That'll bring up Swoboda. Roll the strategy roll on Ellis. No 20, nothing going on. 4-4, blank on Ellis. We go to Swoboda. 1-4, single to right field. Swoboda, single to right to go from first to third. You add 2 to the base running rating. And the Boswell's base running rating is a 4 already. Adding 2 to that makes it a 6. But the right fielder Clemente is a -2. That drops him down to a 4. So 1-4, and he'll make it to third base safely. He does not. He has to hold. So the strong arm of Clemente, a big deterrent there, keeps him at second base. And with 1 out, that's huge because it keeps the double play in order and without having to worry about bringing the infield in. So first and second with 1 out for Duffy Dyer. Nothing on the strategy roll. Infield is halfway looking for that double play. 2-5 is a hit by pitch chance, but 9 is too high. Dyer, 1-3. Ground ball back to Ellis. So not only do they gain 1 because they're halfway, they also gain another point because it went to the pitcher. So that makes him a 4. And the pivot is the second baseman. Cash is a 0. So 1-4, and it's a double play. It is double play. They turn it 1-4 to 3. Double play ends the inning. So we go to the top of the 7th. Still 1-0, and the rationale behind that is when the ball gets hit right back to the pitcher, it gets to him so quickly he gets the extra boost to try to get that double play, as opposed to going to a middle infielder. So that's why you get the extra boost there for that. All right, so top of the 7th we go. Still 1-0 Mets, and Wilbur Stargell to lead off. 6-5 strikeout chance, 6 got him. So Wilbur Stargell 0 for 3. And here's Clemente. He is 1 for 2. 2-6 is a strikeout chance. 17's too much. Clemente will swing. 1-5. He's going to ground to short. Bud Harrelson puts it away. 2 down for Jose Pagan. 6-6. It's a walk chance, and that will be a base on balls. 2-out walk to Pagan. He has no attempt rating, so he will not go anywhere. We'll do a strategy on Koosman because of potential pickoffs or balks, but no 20. So here's Sanguillen. 3-2 blank. We go to Sanguillen's card. 5-6 single pass second. Inning continues, and on the S4, to get from first to third, all you need is a 3 for your base running rating. Pagan is a 3, plus there's 2 outs, makes him a 4, so he will make it automatically. Runners now at the corners with 2 down, and Sanguillen has an attempt of 2. Nothing happening. So runners are at the corners for Bob Robertson in 2 down. Koosman delivers. 6-4 blank. We go to Robertson's card. 4-5. That's a single pass first base. Bob Robertson has tied the game with an RBI single as Pagan comes in to score. And Sanguillen on an S3, all he needs a 2, and he definitely has that to get to third base. He's a 4 already. Plus 2 outs makes him a 5. So he will get to third. We are now tied at a run apiece as Bob Robertson comes through with an RBI single. He has no attempt as far as stealing goes. So he will stand pat, I should say. And then Freddie Patek comes up. Koosman with a strategy roll. No 20, nothing happening. Koosman to Patek, 4-1. That's a possible error on a throw. 1-1. Single to left field. There is no throw to worry about, I don't believe, because the runner on third is going to score automatically to make it 2-1 Pirates. And the runner on first, Robertson, I don't think he has any chance of getting to. He's got a 2 base running rating, but you lose 2 trying to get to third, makes him a 0. There is a 1 boost for 2 outs, that makes him a 1. And then let's see, the left fielder is Shamsky. He's got a 0 error rating anyway, so he's a 0. So it's a 1. He has to be a 1 to advance to third base. And it's not, it's a 4 he has to hold. So Robertson will hold at second base, but now the Pirates lead it 2-1 as they get 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. And the pitcher, Doc Ellis, the batter. Koosman unable to get that crucial third out. 1-3 home run question mark. Ellis is a switch hitter batting right-handed. 1-20, that passes, but Ellis has no home run value, so he does get to swing though. 5-2, he's going to ground to short to end the inning. But damage is done. The Pirates get 2 here in the top of the 7th, and there's joy in Wrigleyville right now because of that. Sounds can be heard from Jack Brickhouse's studio, as he is all happy about the score right now, but there's still some baseball left to be played. We got Harrelson, Koosman, and Agee. Koosman can face 30 batters. He's faced 27, but they might want a pinch hitter. They may need some offense, so we'll see what Harrelson does against Ellis, who can face 27 batters. He has faced 25, so he may be in need of relief here shortly as well. Harrelson to lead it off, 1-4, range play. Go to Harrelson for the range play. 3-6. It's a pop out to the pitcher. So the pop out is Doc Ellis, who is a 3 for his range. And that's a 1, so he got it. I would hope he would catch that. Being a pop out to the pitcher. Now Koosman, I think he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. They need offense. So Koosman is done. And they will turn over to the bullpen after this. But right now they need a pinch hitter. And they've got a lot of guys on the bench that are eligible to pinch hit, so it's just a matter of picking the right one. Do they have any lefties remaining is the question. Gaspar is a switch hitter, but he's not very good. Best they have is Cleon Jones. He's a right-hander, but he's a .340 hitter. So they're going to bring him on. Cleon Jones. See what he can do. Cleon Jones, the pinch hitter. Against Doc Ellis. 2-3 is a strikeout chance against a right-hander. That's a 5. He got him. So Cleon Jones out on strikes. Fails as a pinch hitter. May as well have Koosman in there, I guess. Here's Tommy Agee. 3-6. Home run question mark 1-3, but that fails. Agee would have had a good chance at a home run there, but this one failed. But he does get the swing. 5-3, but it's a star 2, a ground ball to second. And that's going to end the inning. So now Ellis has faced 28 batters now, so he is tired. So remains to be seen if he comes back out for the 8th inning. To wait and see on that. We need a pitcher for the Mets. It's going to be Tug McGraw, the lefty, because Matty Alou, a lefty, followed by Stargell, another lefty hitting third. So 2 out of 3 are lefties, so they're going with Tug McGraw. Good old, you got to believe, Tug McGraw. You got to believe we're going with Tug McGraw. He's in there. And he'll be facing Alou, Cash, and Stargell. 2-1 Pirates, top of the 8th here at Shea. McGraw, 1-3. First play, home run question mark, 1-8 against a lefty. That fails a 13, but Alou had a 0 anyway. Here's Alou, 5-1. He's going to fly to left. 1 down for Dave Cash. McGraw, 6-2. Range play at Shea Stadium. 4-2. Single plus to right field. The right fielder Swoboda is a range of 2. So can he get to this? He cannot. Now the question is it going to be a double? Because it's a single plus 9. So his run rating's a 4. Swoboda is a 0. So 1-4, he advances and makes this into a double. Yeah, he does. So Dave Cash, how about that? Coming up big with a 1-out double. So he's in scoring position for Willie Stargell. Strategy roll, nothing happening. McGraw to Stargell, 2-4. Strikeout chance, 8 gets him. So big strikeout there. And that brings up Clemente. They're not even going to mess with Clemente. They are giving the intentional pass to Clemente. That's a no-brainer. They will intentionally pass him and pitch to Jose Pagan. Strategy roll, nothing happening. McGraw to Pagan, 5-4. Strikeout chance, 17's too much. Go to Pagan, 1-1. Question mark 7 against the lefty. That's bad news. That's going to be a double. A double, because that's a 7, so it's a double for Pagan. So maybe the intentional walk backfired, but you really don't want to pitch to Clemente, I don't think. Cash will score to make it a 3-1 game. The question is, will Clemente score? Clemente runs at a 4. There are 2 outs. That makes him a 5. The double went to left field. Left fielder arm is a 0. Double to left. You subtract 1, so that brings him down to a 4. Clemente has a 1-4. A 1-4 chance of scoring on the black die. It has to be less than a 4 or less. And it is. So Clemente slides in safely. Clemente slides in safely. 2-run double for Jose Pagan, of all people, and now the Pirates lead it 4-1. So Tug McGraw not the answer for the Mets. Nothing going on strategy-wise. 1-3, home run question mark Sanguin, 1-19, that passes. Sanguin, a 1-4, will hit a home run. And he does. Manny Sanguin, a 2-run homer, and it's just falling apart for the Mets here in this one. 2-run job. 4 runs now against Tug McGraw, and he's going to come out of there. The Mets believed in Tug McGraw, but maybe it was ill-fated belief, and they will turn to Cal Kuntz to try to get out of the rest of the inning. So Tug McGraw got just lit up for 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning. And again, just like story of the Mets, having a hard time getting that 3rd and final out. So Bob Robertson is on. 3-3, that's a blank. We go to Robertson's card. 5-3, singled past third base. So the hits continue for the Pirates. Gonna bring up Freddie Patek. No balk, so don't have to worry about that. Kuntz, 2-5, strikeout chance, 12. It's a 9, but then you add 3, so it does become a 12, and he strikes out. But 4 runs for the Pirates. They now lead it 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And let's see how they want to play this. Doc Ellis is scheduled to lead off the 9th. He is tired, but I think they're going to let him keep pitching until he gives up something big with this 6-1 lead. They're going to leave him in there to face Wayne Garrett. 4-1, possible error on a throw. 4-5. It's a single to right field. No throw is needed because it's just a straight out single. And Wayne Garrett is aboard. No strategy rolls, and runners are going playing safe on the bases. 4-4, that's a blank. We go to Shamsky's card. 5-1, fly to center field. 1 down for Ken Boswell. 4-5, that's a walk plus, so Boswell will draw the base on balls. And now the Pirate bullpen is starting to really loosen more fervently. And let's see, they're going to be looking at Chuck Hartenstein. They may be doing a double switch if they do make the switch, but I think they're going to give Ellis one more batter, I think. It's going to be Cranepool. 2-3 is a walk chance against a lefty. That's a 5, so he did walk him. That loads the bases, and that's going to be it. That's going to do it for Doc Ellis. His day is done. He leads with the bases loaded and only 1 out. And so now it might even be a save situation. Let's see. It's 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. The batter is 6-5. On deck is 6-6. It is a save situation. So the Pirates will be bringing in Chuck Hartenstein, and they will be doing a double switch because Hartenstein is set to lead off. So Hartenstein will be coming on, and let's see who they want to take out. Who do they have that they can bring in? They are going to bring in, boy, tough choices here. They're going to bring in Al Oliver to play first base, and they will take out Bob Robertson. So Oliver is in at first. He's a 2 with a 6. And Robertson is coming out, and Chuck Hartenstein, the pitcher, will bat in the 7th position, which means he would be the 8th batter in the inning if it gets around that far. And if he ends up batting, they're just going to let him hit because that means they're just blowing everybody away. So there's your switch. Chuck Hartenstein, the new batter, and Al Oliver is your new first baseman, and he is batting 9th. He is a 2 with a 6 error rating. So Chuck Hartenstein facing Swoboda. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-1, strikeout chance. That's a 9, and he got him. So 2 down. That brings up Duffy Dyer, but Duffy Dyer is going to be called back for a pinch hitter. Let's see who they want to go to. They've used Cleon Jones. They could do Clendenin. Could do Grody. Grody's a little bit better hitter. Let's go with Grody. Jerry Grody, the catcher, and he will just stay in the game to catch naturally in place of Duffy Dyer. And they've got Clendenin they're holding out for the pitcher spot. So right now it's going to be Jerry Grody. And he is a much better defensive catcher. -3 arm, really good arm. Not that that matters in this game, the way the score is, but if Grody does some damage here, it could matter. 2 outs, bases loaded, Hartenstein delivers. 6-1 is a walk chance, and he does walk in a run. So that forces in a run. That run is charged to Doc Ellis. As Wayne Garrett scores, cuts the lead to 6-2, and the bases remain loaded. Bud Harrelson is the batter. 248 hitter. Do you pinch hit for Bud Harrelson, or you let him swing away? He's got some good hits on splits against right-handers, so they're going to keep Harrelson in there. And we'll go back to the strategy roll now, since we're getting closer. Nothing good doing. Hartenstein to Harrelson. 1-6. Double question mark. Harrelson's a switch hitter batting left. Double question mark. 1-3 is an automatic out, but that's a 15, so that fails. Harrelson gets to swing. 3-4, and he grounds to short to end the inning. So the Mets can only muster 1, and at the end of 8, it is Pittsburgh 6 and the Mets 2. Cal Kuntz will come back out, and he'll be facing Oliver, who came in for that double switch. It'll be Oliver followed by Alou and Cash. 5-3, that's the ballpark card going to Shea Stadium. 1-2, ground ball to first, and Oliver is out. 1 down, top of the order for Matty Alou. So the Pirates and Cardinals are not really in contention, but they sure are a thorn in the side to some of these teams. Playing well against the better teams and kind of playing down to their competition when they play the other teams. 6-6 is a strikeout chance. 5 is going to get him because he's a 2, plus the 3 makes him a 5. So Alou out on strikes. 2 down for Dave Cash. 3-4, and that's a no pitch, so we'll try again. Kuntz 5-4, hit by pitch, but nothing's happening. Go to Cash, 2-5, star 4, ground to second, and the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Mets. Kuntz is the scheduled leadoff hitter, but he will be called back for Don Clendenin. Clendenin will pinch hit to start the inning, followed by Agee and Garrett. So Don Clendenin is your pinch hitter. He will pinch hit for the pitcher Kuntz. Against Chuck Hartenstein. Hartenstein can face 7 batters. He has faced a total of 3 so far, so he's good for 4 batters. 3-1, that's a strikeout chance against a right-hander, and that will get him. So both Met pinch hitters have struck out. How do you like that? They both struck out. Actually, he's down here, isn't he? So both Met pitch hitters, Cleon Jones and Clendenin, the 2 that pinch hit for the pitcher spot, I should say, have struck out. Grody walked when he pinch hit, but both pinch hitters in the pitcher spot struck out. So that'll bring up Agee. 6-1 is a potential walk. That's a 5. He will draw the walk. And it's still a 6-2 game, not very close. So I'm not really thinking there's going to be a whole lot of 9th inning magic here, as been known to have been said before. We'll keep going. No strategy roll because they're down by 4 runs and they're running safe. Garrett's a 218 hitter. Do they have anybody on the bench that's better? They do, by a little bit. They have Rod Gaspar. He hits 228. So last time I checked, 228 was better than 218. So we'll let Rod Gaspar hit for Wayne Garrett. And if they happen to miraculously force extra innings, we'll worry about the defense then. Sure, they got somebody that can play third base. Probably, let's see. They got Ed Charles or Bobby File can play third base. Right now, here's Gaspar. 4-6, and 4-6 is automatic out for a left-handed hitter. So automatic out. It's going to be a 4. It's ground ball to first. Could be a double play, but his double play rating is only a 1. The pivot is the shortstop. Patek, he's a -1. That makes it a 0. So when it's a 0 on a potential double play, that's interesting. Does that mean the out automatically goes to first? I'm assuming that's what it is. Or do you roll 1d6 and see if the runner here beats that? I'm not sure how to play that, to be honest with you, when it's a 0. Let's roll it. It's a 6, so that means runners are going to advance in my book. So Gaspar grounds out, and the ground out went to first base. So Cranepool would just take, Oliver was take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Agee does take second base, but that's rather inconsequential. Down to their final out now with Art Shamsky. 4-1, possible error on a throw. Shamsky 3-3 is a single to right field, and a possible error on this throw by Clemente, but that's a 15. Clemente's error rating is only a 4, so there won't be an error, but we'll check the throw. Let's see, although they are playing station to station, so actually there will not be a throw because It's not only the infield hits are automatic. The outfield hits you have to factor the defense and whatnot. So with the running safe and Clemente's a -2 arm, you're not going to take the chance. His run doesn't mean anything. So runners are at the corners now with 2 down, and that'll bring up. Let's see. And now so he is now tired. He's faced 7 batters. Here comes batter number 8. So he is tired. So if he rolls a fatigue check, he will be susceptible to it. Pirate bullpen is active. They do have lefty Joe Gibbon. And I think that's where they're going. They're going to Joe Gibbon. They're not even going to mess around with Hartenstein. They're going to bring in Joe Gibbon. He does have 11 saves. Actually has more saves than Hartenstein had. So Joe Gibbon, I forgot to write Hartenstein in, didn't I? So Joe Gibbon is going to be looking to get the save here. I think it would be a save. Let's see, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", batter 6'5", on deck is 6'6". Yes, it does qualify for a save. It's almost shameful that it does, but it does. Now, do you pinch hit for Boswell? I don't think so, because he's a 279 hitter, and the righties they have on the bench are not that good. All their other pinch hitters are woeful, as a matter of fact. So Boswell's going to stay in there. So Gibbon pitching to Boswell. Lefty on lefty. 1-2 strikeout chance, but 15's too much. Go to Boswell. That's a 5-2 ground ball to third, and the ball game is over. Ball game is over. Ball game is over as the Mets fail to score, and the Pirates get the victory by the score of 6-2. Winning pitcher was Doc Ellis. The loser was Jerry Koosman. Now we'll get ready for the ticker to see if the Mets can improve and at least get a split of their doubleheader. That'll be the next task. So we'll bring in the ticker. And the ticker results, and we'll write in the 6-2 victory for the Pirates in Game 1. Game 2, Pittsburgh and New York. New York desperately would like to get a split so they don't lose any more ground to the Cubs. They're already 1.5 games back. They don't want to drop 2 games back if they can avoid it. So we'll flip this over, cut them, and see what we have. Pittsburgh 2-6 or an 11, and the Pirates will sweep the doubleheader. To 5, the Pirates sweep the doubleheader, winning this one, second game 6-4. Bad news for the Mets. They are now 90-64. They're now 2 games behind the Cubs. And if the Cubs beat the Cardinals, they'll be 2.5 back. Cardinals need a 2-6 or an 11. They get the 6. So the Cardinals help out the Mets a little bit with a 5-0 victory over the Cubs. So the Cubs now are at 92-63. And the Mets are at 90-64. A 1.5 games back. All right, so now we can move on to the National League West, where the Dodgers trail the Giants by 3.5, but they got a chance to get a game back, 2-6 or a 10. That's a 4, so they get the win, 8-4, and that keeps them in the race. As the Giants now drop to 87-66, and LA improves to 84-68. If the Reds lose, then the LA will draw back into a second-place tie. The Reds are playing the Astros in the 3-7, and they get it. So the Reds do get the win, 9-7. So the Reds now are 85-67, and they are only a 1.5 games back, whereas the Dodgers are 2.5 back. So they're creeping up on the Giants. My whiteout is messed up. My correction tape is messing up. A little bit messy, but I think I can make it legible. All right, last on the agenda, Atlanta. They are 5.5 out, and actually now they're 5 out because the Giants lost. They could pull to within 4.5 if they beat San Diego. They need a 3-8, and they get it, 5-4. So everybody gained ground on the Giants, and the Braves now are only 4.5 out, so they're still very much hanging in there. All right, it's a little bit messy, but hopefully this is discernible. I hope, anyway. So now, this is through 9/21. So through the games of 9, let's do 9/21. Through the games of 9/21, this is what we have for standings. The Cubs now lead the Mets by 1.5 games since the Mets got swept in the doubleheader and the Cubs lost, but they gain 0.5 game. They're 1 game ahead in the loss column, 2 games ahead in the win column. Giants lose. All 3 of these teams win, so Cincinnati creeps up to 1.5 games back. LA 2.5. Atlanta 4.5. And that sets up the next game on the schedule, which will be the Dodgers and the Reds battle for second place in the NL West. It'll be Don Sutton against Jim Maloney from that September 22nd game. That'll be the next game on the replay, on the 69 Pennant Chase replay, as things starting to get a little bit tighter, running out of time. We're down to about 9 or 10 games apiece now left over. Let's see, the Mets have played 154 games, so they got 8 games left. So most teams have about 8 games left. Some have 9, some only have 7. The Cubs only have 7 remaining. So getting to be crunch time really quick. So let's go do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch, 1969 style, where the Pirates defeated the Mets by the score of 6-2. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.